do when you make 3 minutes.
Okay.
You may begin.
Okay, one of the things, is when you're using machines or any equipment, you should always be sure that you know how to operate them. My lesson is that when you're doing something for the first time, just make sure you know how to do it and you do it right. One time, me and my brother Steven were at my grandma's house, and there was this guy on a street bike who had come roaring, like just rolling down the hill at least 75 miles an hour. And he started to get the wiggles and wobbles, and he just flew off into the ditch and just completely rolled end over end. And he like smacked his head on the ground first, and it was probably a good thing that he had his helmet on, or else, because how hard he hit his head, he would have died. And then he like went into my grandma's ditch, and my grandma's ditch is like nothing but like jagged rocks and broken bottles and all that. And when the guy came out, he was like, his whole leg from here all the way down was just nothing but bleeding. And then like his arm, it was all had a bunch of road rash and gravel in it. His knee was cut open like to the bone. It was like really gross. And we asked him like what he was thinking, and he's like, well, it was the first time I've ever been on a bike, and he was on a crotch rocket. And we told him, we were like, okay, well, if you were going to ride a bike, I would have ridden something that's a little less powerful, because a street bike isn't really the kind of thing you want to be your first bike ride. And he didn't really care, but he was just worried about like going to the hospital and getting checked out. And then he came back like 3 days later and said that he got an infection in his like muscles or something from all the gravel dust and stuff getting in the cuts. And I guess also he had to he had to get like skin grafts of his whole arm and everything. And yeah, it was pretty bad. But no, the thing that I just think that you should, when you're definitely on something that's powerful, like a street bike, and it's your first time riding a motorbike, you probably should, I would have started out with a dirt bike instead of a street bike. And when you're using equipment or anything with a motor on it, you should probably be prepared, like wearing a helmet and gear. And when you're doing something that you don't know how to do for the first time, just make sure you know how to operate it.
All right. Very good.